Alright guys, welcome back to the channel where it's time to break down the brand new gameplay trailer for WWE 2K18, so let's not wait around, let's jump right into it. So kicking things off, the first shots reveal the addition of 8-man tag team matches, which are brand new this year as they make use of the increased number of superstars available in the ring, which have been boosted from 6 to 8. The shot also shows off the brand new SmackDown Live arena with the addition of the new LCD ring posts and appears to confirm that Jinder's model is the same one as the original screenshot, which featured his shorter hairstyle. From there we jump backstage as we're seeing our first shot of Dean Ambrose, who sports his grey vest this year, and we can see him pulling out a kendo stick from the boot of a car, which is a really good way to bring weapons into the backstage area rather than just having them lying around. Also shown backstage is Seth Rollins as we see him climb the ladder to the top of the production truck, in which you can see there's 2 ladders, one on either side. Next comes Shane McMahon as we see him here in his new WrestleMania 33 attire in the WrestleMania arena, which we'll see a lot more of later before we switch to the cover star himself, Seth Rollins, who has his Seth freaking Rollins shirt. Triple H is up next as we see his updated model featuring his beard as he makes his way to the ring in the WrestleMania 33 arena. Also shown we'll have Nikki Bella in her Fearless attire, the confirmation of the classic Rose War arena following this shot of Stone Cold Steve Austin. We'll have John Cena with his blue Respect attire, Shinsuke Nakamura, the People's Champ The Rock, and another shot of Shane McMahon, this time with an incredible shot of the WrestleMania 33 stage in the background, which looks by far one of the best looking arenas that I've ever seen. The detail and the recreation of it just looks incredible. Everything from the globe to the roller coaster is perfectly recreated, and I can't wait to see just how these entrances look in this arena both during the day and at night. So let's move on briefly as we get another glimpse of Jinder Mahal, this time as the WWE Champion, complete with his entrance attire. However, again, this seems to confirm that we won't be seeing an updated Jinder in time for a release, which isn't really a bad thing considering that his rise came so late it would have actually been really hard to get him ready for the game. Up next we have the first of the 4 horsewomen with Becky Lynch sporting her new attire. Then we'll switch to the Attitude Era and see our first footage of the classic Kurt Angle model as our Olympic hero makes his way to the ring in the Rose War arena. Now next up we see the WrestleMania arena once again, however this time not only do we get a close-up look at the stage at night time, but we'll also get some further shots as the camera zooms backwards to reveal the full stage in all of its glory, before then showing off a huge WrestleMania arena that looks to be one of the biggest arenas that we've ever seen included in the series, truly fitting of WrestleMania. Once that sinks in, we'll have some new footage of the new carry system as we see Kevin Owens lifting AJ Styles up on his shoulders in the SmackDown Live arena before he then uses one of the new corner running attacks, which this video confirms can also be used on the outside into one of the 4 corners. As we go backstage, we find out that Strowman still isn't finished with Roman Reigns, as we see him throwing Roman into the ambulance parked backstage, which is really cool to see, although the fact that this is backstage makes me think that ambulance matches won't be included in the game. Back in the ring, we'll have Big Cass lifting up Enzo Amore and using the new ring toss-out ability to throw him to the outside, which appears to confirm that they'll no longer be a tag team in the game, although it will be interesting to see if they've managed to get Big Cass's new trons and music in before the deadline. Next up we'll have Finn Balor as he delivers a big shotgun dropkick to Bray Wyatt before we head back to the parking lot and see Roman Reigns starting to make a comeback against Strowman as they fight in front of the production truck. Back to Balor, and here we'll have a pretty cool transformation as we see him go from Balor Club to Demon. However, this front shot of the Demon attire confirms that this is not the SummerSlam 2017 attire that we thought it was, as the paint design is slightly different. Moving on, and no matter how hyped you are for the game, you'll never be as hyped as Mojo is, as we see him making his entrance here in the SmackDown Live arena, complete with his Bromé shirt. The King of Cruiserweights is up next as we see Neville sliding into the ring while sporting the new Cruiserweight Championship. We'll have Sheamus engulfed in light as he awaits Cesaro, and the first shot of another of this year's new stars in NXT's Peyton Royce. Next comes the second of the 4 horsewomen with Sasha Banks, who has her updated space attire and more importantly a brand new model, as the face on this version of Sasha looks much more impressive than the one that was seen last year. Speaking of impressive, this shot of Ziggler is just that, as we see his updated model with a cool shot on the SmackDown Live arena in the background before we switch to the game and get another look at his updated model featuring a much thicker beard. Back in the ring we'll have another look at Shinsuke Nakamura before we get a nice shot of Brock Lesnar's entrance complete with pyro, as the pyro remains in the game despite WWE no longer using it on TV as a means of cutting costs. Now we've already seen Angle's Attitude Era model, but here we see his ECW model as he delivers an Olympic slam to the classic John Cena, whose model doesn't look too different to that of his current one. Meanwhile, it appears that Strowman might actually be done with Roman as he sets his sights on Brock Lesnar, as we see him ripping off the announce table cover, which now features more advertising branding with a KFC logo placed upon it before he then looks to powerbomb Lesnar on top. Interestingly though, the table doesn't actually break, as it appears that this isn't a finisher and is one of the new carry grapples, so perhaps the table only breaks with finishing moves. Speaking of finishing moves, here we have Orton delivering a big RKO out of nowhere from the top rope, as this has been added back into the game after it was only available in last year's game as a reversal, with the move now set as Orton's alternate finisher. Back to the carry system, and here we have some more examples of the moves available from the powerbomb position, as we see Seth delivering a buckle bomb to Cesaro and Rude tossing Dillinger face first into the turnbuckle. From there we see Roman Reigns in action as he delivers a big spear to John Cena before the footage shows off one of the new referee models in the background. Back to the 4 horsewomen, and this time we'll have Bayley complete with a new black entrance jacket with green tassels, Becky Lynch in the SmackDown Live arena, and our first look at the Queen, Charlotte, who we see here sporting her blue peacock inspired entrance gear. For those wanting to see Undertaker's model, this year we're going back to the long-haired version of Taker, as we have a really cool shot of him here in the WrestleMania 33 arena with the stage in the background, before we see him then in the ring, where it's obvious that once again he has by far one of the best looking models. From there, the trailer shifts the focus backstage as we first see AJ Styles and Baron Corbin on top of the limo, with the production truck and the climbable ladders shown in the background as AJ delivers a devastating Styles clash on top, which is one of the new car finishers. Briefly switching back to ringside, we see a shot of Finn Balor taking out Bray Wyatt with an outside dive, which gives us a good look at his demon paint before we get the confirmation of a new match type in that of the 8-person Money in the Bank ladder match. Also shown is an 8-person match in the new Raw arena, which looks to be a battle royal containing 2 stars who make their return to the series in Rhino and Kurt Hawkins. The next shot shows off some more superstar models as we'll have John Cena followed by the Ultimate Warrior, whose entrance confirms the inclusion of a classic arena with the red, white and blue ropes, before we see a great shot of Peyton Royce offering up her flower and her tag team partner Billie Kay lurking around in the background. Switching back to Angle's ECW model, and we'll have confirmation of his gold medal, a look at Asuka, who features a new attire and updated hair colour, the Guy, Roman Reigns, and new superstar TJ Perkins, complete with the dab as we see the 205 Live arena in the background. From new superstars to old, we'll have the legendary Andre the Giant, with the ceiling banner here confirming the Saturday night's main event arena. Then we'll have the current SmackDown Women's Champion Natalya, who features a new model with updated hair, another shot of Triple H in the Mania arena, and Shane McMahon doing what he does best, as we see him here diving off the production truck and delivering an elbow drop to Kevin Owens, with this move only being available if you have the new semi-truck Daredevil ability. Not to be outdone by Shane McMahon's high-flying antics, we'll have Neville performing the Red Arrow, before we see The Rock laying the SmackDown on Stone Cold with a big rock bottom, with this footage showing that the Raw's War Arena Titantron doesn't actually show the match, and instead only shows the Raw logo, which is something that I hope would be updated for release. If anything can make this trailer glorious, it's Bobby Roode, as he's the next superstar shown off as he makes his entrance, before it turns out that Strowman isn't actually done with Roman, and we see him tossing him across the ring with what looks to be a brand new move. Back in the parking lot, and Shane isn't done with Owens as we see him delivering his signature punches, with this shot giving us an idea of the parking lot's layout, with a climbable truss on the right hand side next to the car, and then the security guard station, the limo, and the production truck on the far left. For everyone wanting to see Naomi's entrance, we get a tease of it here as we see her in the ring with the blue lighting and glowing hair and attire parts. However, you can't really get a good idea of what it looks like from this short clip. Now, this next scene features a brand new animation as we'll have Roman Reigns removing the cover from the announce table, in which this year superstars actually climb up onto it and then remove the cover before kicking the monitors off. Next up is another of the new superstars with this entrance clip of No Way Jose. We'll have Bray Wyatt complete with his lantern, Chris Jericho, who doesn't have the list of Jericho with him but does feature a list of Jericho Minitron and a newly added scarf. Back to Bray, and we see him here delivering a big knee to the back of Finn as he's propped over the middle rope, before we see Sasha Banks delivering her double knee attack to Alexa Bliss. Also shown, we'll have Bray Wyatt using the new Carry Systems Enviromental grapple to drop Finn on the steel steps, before we get back in the ring and we'll have a good view of Becky Lynch's new attire along with Mickie James, who is visible in the background, before we see Strowman throwing the Big Show into the steel cage. Heading back to the WrestleMania 33 arena, and this time we see Naomi delivering some big kicks to Natalya before we're back with Braun Strowman and Roman Reigns, who this time we see fighting in the new entrance table position in the Raw arena as it shows off another environmental grapple of throwing your opponent into the table. Speaking of environmental grapples, another new one shown here is the Miz's powerbomb off the top rope, which he delivers to Dean Ambrose before we see another new powerful move for Braun Strowman. The Cruiserweights get the spotlight next as we have Neville delivering a German suplex from the top rope to Tozawa, John Cena punching his fist in celebration, and Santi's Killian Dane taking out another new NXT inclusion in that of Roderick Strong. Heading back to the parking lot, we see another one of the new car OMG moments as Dean Ambrose delivers a devastating powerbomb to The Miz, smashing the windscreen of the car in what is a throwback to the classic SVR games. Following Ambrose, we see the cover star himself, Seth Rollins, as he delivers his new Kingslayer finisher to Cesaro in the middle of the ring before we get one last shot of Angle and then end on Rollins with this shot of his new entrance. So there you go guys, that is a breakdown of the new gameplay trailer. There is so much included in it. We've got a ton of superstars that show off the first look at a lot of their models, the backstage area, car finishers, OMG moments, the carry system, environmental grapples. It's all in there in what is a fantastic new trailer and one that's been a very long time coming. Anyway guys, that about does it for this video, but let me know what you thought of it in the comments, as well as let me know of anything that you spotted that I missed. Until next time though, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel for more. Have yourself an awesome day, and I'll catch you later.